Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
What do we got?
Basil Hayden toast.
Can I say I'm still not used to it?
What? The new what?
Getting things on the channel.
that people can get.
Yeah, that people can get their hands on.
Yeah. So
toast though. Is this toasted barrels?
yes, secondary finish in a toasted barrel.
Man, though, okay, I don't know, because that charred oak.
Well,
the majority of the impact, if that's where it's aging. Okay, fair enough. Good. I don't know. I'm being a little nitpicky about if it's a secondary.
Well, no.
finish.
Remember though that and we don't know how long the finishing is.
Yeah.
It could have been a year.
Yeah.
And if you only toast a barrel, you get way more wood impact.
Yeah.
All charcoal does is filter out.
Hey, you want me to piss people off?
Huh.
I still think that a finishing barrel should have the whiskey for less time than the aging barrel. I think that should be a rule.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Could you if you accidentally go long on the second one, could you call the first one a finish?
A pre-finish?
Reverse the pre-finish?
Pre-finishing barrel? Yeah.
Pre-finished a new oak.
You know what? There are more ridiculous rules in the guidelines than that. Okay.
Okay, so this is 63% corn. Now, okay, here's where it's going to be a whole other ballgame.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself to be shocked, surprised, kerflummoxed.
What about kerfuffled?
Yes.
Oh.
They swapped the rye.
Bequizzled?
Yes.
It's not a word.
It is now.
Okay.
They swapped the rye with rice, brown rice.
So we periodically get people asking about rice. Mm-hmm. And my limited experience with rice is it's been a limited experience for a reason. Rice doesn't really do interesting things in my limited experience.
Well, it's part of the mash bill.
Okay.
So it's 63% corn in theory, 27% brown rice.
Yeah.
And 10% malted barley.
I hear rice, I don't get excited. Maybe someday there's going to be like a game-changing rice whiskey. I haven't had it.
Other people have said this sort of makes it a little bit more creamy and soft and brighter.
Okay.
But we're going to A/B against the normal Basil Hayden.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey.
Very, very clean, fresh.
Yeah, I agree with the light, the bright, the shininess of the...
Yep. Oak and honey, man. Hey, we're in whiskey. You're going to get oak and you're going to get honey.
Simplified. Like there's not...
And then I'm getting a little bit of a walnut note.
I just forgot something.
What do you got to think? Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
In class, when I do that, I make the rule at the beginning class, if I forget my medallion, everyone would pretend they can't see me.
Right.
And so I'll start talking, and everyone just starts looking around.
Does he have a mic somewhere?
Yeah, and then I'll put it back on, and it's like, oh, hey!
I'm getting a Fuji apple, Honeycrisp apple somewhere in there, the oak, a little bit of honey, and then some little walnuts.
Yes, I agree.
All right, I'm going in. Okay.
Oh.
So, to your point, maybe creamy and soft. A little soft, buttery. Also a little bit tangy. Like 3/4 of the way through, there was a little bit of
almost a citrus
kind of tangy note.
Yeah.
That lingered on the back.
I will say, it drinks pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think easy drinker for sure.
An easy drinker, and I think it's not boring and too simple. There's enough going on. It's there's definitely more complex, multi-layered, more nuanced whiskeys.
But there's enough going on for it to be respectable, even if you're like deep into whiskeys. It's like it's good. But I don't know what I'm expecting from a Basil Hayden that's making me color my words with. Yeah.
Right hand Basil Hayden.
Yeah, that's more.
See, there's the rye.
Yeah.
There's actually more character too, right?
Yeah, no, you got more of that herbal character and. Yeah, you can see what the rye is bringing to the table for sure.
Oh, and even the palate has a little more. I'm getting that same kind of tangy note though. It has still more going on, but it's still even Basil Hayden's soft.
I get more apple in this, and then that tanginess. I'm finding it more in the one that has rice in it, the toast, and it's a little bit more of that citrus note. But I gotta tell you right now, between the two and the AB, I like the toast.
I do like the toast as well. It's very soft and gentle and easy drinker.
I think if it had one fewer notes, then it would be boring. It has enough going on where like it's nice and it's like it's well executed and you have these classic notes and there is again like that soft presentation. It's good.
So they cost about the same.
Toast.
$35 to $40.
I would be reaching for the toast, man. If you're into Basil Hayden, I think you're gonna find stuff that you like in here, but minus the herbal from the
and this is the same mash bill as Old Grandad.
Okay.
Right? But a lower entry proof into the barrel. At least that's my understanding. And so it's already going for wood sugars. That's one of the reasons Basil Hayden is a little bit, I think, more gentle.
Yeah. Going back again, this holds up well in the AB.
Yeah.
What were you expecting with? I don't know what the toasted finishing barrel. I have no idea what that's bringing to the table. What were you expecting with the rundown you were looking at before the show?
I was exactly what we got. That sort of soft, creamy. I mean, think like rice pudding or just rice. Like it's just a very simplified plain starch.
So here's where my rice opinion is evolving because of this. I haven't had a
Your rice whiskey opinion.
Yes, my rice whiskey opinion, which it's renowned.
Ah, yes.
People just clamor for the the progress report of my rice whiskey opinion.
Updates, please. AP,
sort of blog, Rex's rice whiskey opinion.
AP puts it on the wire.
.org. Okay, so I've had 100% rice whiskey.
Yeah, the LA one. We've had a couple from Louisiana. We've had in MKT, our friends at MKT, they did a rice.
But as part of a larger mash bill, I'm kind of digging this.
Yeah, if the other grains have the character to hold up.
Right. Yeah.
To bring, I'm looking for another rice one, and I don't.
Yeah. No, they're pretty
one.
rare, man. There's not a lot of rice whiskeys out there for a reason.
You know where you can get some rice whiskey though? Japanese aisle. There's a bunch of brands listed in the Japanese whiskey section.
Oh, so they actually have it categorized as whiskey?
Right, yeah.
So do they meet the criteria of American rice whiskey, or just like?
Yeah, well, grain.
Okay, but no, I'm saying the proof.
Yeah.
It's high enough. Okay.
So they actually applied, if you go look at the history of it, this is right before Yamazaki.
Yeah.
They submitted it to the U.S. for a whiskey category.
Yeah.
And the U.S. was like, no, that's rice.
Yeah, it's
and they replied and said, okay, well, if you look at the rules for whiskey, right? Grain, check, right? Distilled above and below XYZ, check. Aged in oak, check. And then another one is, has the color, taste, and aroma of whiskey. And they're like,
that's a whiskey.
It has though. And TDP is like, all right, I guess you're right. And so they all of a sudden showed up and now they're whiskeys on the American shelf.
I started watching this show called Suits. It's been around for like several years.
Oh yeah. Is that the one where the dude like pretends, goes into an interview to avoid the cops?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still like the first season. But what's interesting, and I know this is not an accurate representation of how law actually unfolds, but like law very much is I have a position and I need to find examples in the law and in precedent that basically support my position.
Yeah, you're going to do the other version of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, the other person is going to do the other version.
And somebody's
I have a
gonna go,
different one, and I'm going to find my supporting text.
Yeah, and then somebody is going to be like, well, I think that's more valid for these reasons.
Yeah.
So I think people have this idea that law is, well, that is absolutely right and that's absolutely wrong. It's all interpretation, man. And you hire the interpreter that's going to do a good job. Yeah. Honestly, between the two, I would be reaching for the toast before the I know.
I would too.
This is a very popular whiskey.
This is simple and a little bit dry, and this is softer and more approachable.
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised. I hear rice, I get a little nervous. It was well done. Henry Zawacki, 2389. When you find a single barrel that you like, do you tend to try and find the same mash bill and yeast strain to get the taste you like? No. Too many other variables throw it off. Did you? Was it a thing?
Right in the middle.
That was good.
It was a backboard shot.
Okay. We do need to figure out this specific distance for, well, like, not Daniel's feet distance.
Well, I can measure it later.
Okay.
That's kidding. I don't know.
For the Bastard's Ball. This is going to be an event. With
which I will
prizes.
Handily.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compete.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, man. I think
What do I have to lose?
I think you may not be in the finals.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
that's okay. Are there participation trophies?
Did you get the drink free whiskey?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Jumbles. Mostly joking, slightly honest question, suggestion. Why don't you guys have a filming flashing neon sign or more funny callback, a lazily drawn cardboard sign on the vault door?
Yeah.
Can you see our lazy sign anymore? Where's our lazy
Right
sign?
there, right, directly behind you.
Oh, behind me.
Yeah.
Well, that's people got to see that. Though.
It keeps falling over.
They gotta see
and then
that.
getting repropped back up.
They
again.
got to see that though.
Yeah, we do need some sort of thing on the door that we can just be like whack, and then it's on.
It can be.
and then whack and turn it off.
I mean, honestly, if that's magnetic, you just put a little magnet up there. Is the door?
it's
magnetic?
metal.
Is it the right kind of metal? Ferrous or non-ferrous?
I do not know the answer to that question.
I pleasantly surprised.
Toast. Oh, wait. I saw this and started laughing earlier and then thought I'll save it for the camera, and then I forgot.
It was like holding in a sneeze.
It really was. Or like shutting down a yawn. That's even worse, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, is it overlapping?
No, trademark. They trademarked toast.
Toast?
How?
I mean, I guess.
Like
I don't know.
Basil Hayden toast, maybe?
Right. Probably.
But that-
probably Basil Hayden toast.
No, it's a better story though if it was just toast.
Anybody that says the word toast, you have a lot.
Like, hey
an
kids,
invoice
you want some toast? Your doorbell rings, ding dong. It's
Basil Hayden.
There's like a summons.
It's Mr. Hayden.
Yeah, he's like,
All right, here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
if you fight me, I fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your lover's hearts.
And if you drink,
May you drink with us.